Johnson Middle School today with the Johnson Panthers.
Panther.
Johnson Panthers football coaches. Please introduce yourself.
Michael Sharif, head football coach, Johnson Middle School, Washington, D.C.
I'm the defensive back coach at Johnson Middle School, Washington, D.C.
What's your name?
Anthony Harris.
All right, see, we recruited Anthony at the last minute, so Anthony thought he was just up here to see some recruits today. He didn't realize he was going to be doing some interviewing. So welcome. Thank you, man. Thank you. All right, so you all are coming off of another successful football season here at Johnson, and we still number one, number two in the country. Where are we ranked now?
We're ranked number 7.
Number 7. Okay.
We started out preseason 1, ended up 7.
Okay. Well, shoot, we'll take that top 10. So let's go back to the beginning of the season. Well, actually, no. Let's go back to let's start off with now, because you all have just done signing day,
Yes.
right? For the school. Is that how we get started? How do we start the whole process for a new season? Because I know it starts way before the season starts. How does a new season get started?
Typically, when we play our last game, which was November 12th, that's our longest night of the year.
Okay.
Because we get right into, how many kids we're losing, how many kids we want to bring in, who are we bringing in. Let's go through each kid, make sure it's a good match.
Mm-hmm.
The family's match, it's a good match for the school. What coaches are we going to have to replace? And that takes we usually get done about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, wow.
After that last game. And then we take 3 or 4 weeks to really lock in on the recruits.
Okay.
So we did that, and this past Monday, we had our 4th annual recruit night, and we had 37 families showed up. We had a bunch of other kids that didn't make it because of Florida, but they're coming in today.
Okay.
But we did get 37 families to join us for 2026 school year.
Oh, cool. So where do the kids, are they from where do the kids come from?
Everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, everywhere.
Okay.
We got kids coming from Beacon House, Maryland Heat, everywhere. DPR teams, been in Stoddard, been in Terrace.
Really?
We just want to make sure that it's a match for both sides, us and them.
Okay. So there's no like we know in Maryland you have boundaries or whatever, what schools. So there's no like boundaries in this area to who can come here, or?
Oh, you have to go through the My School DC.
Got you.
You have to go through the lottery selection.
Got you.
And then for us, you have to meet with our administration. So phase 1 of that whole process is us gathering the kids and families together.
Mm-hmm.
The next steps are they'll meet with the administration, and we'll make sure that we can accommodate,
Okay.
that academically we can support.
Got it. Okay.
And then we select from there.
Oh, okay. All right.
So we'll continue to recruit. We'll try to get at least 60 to 70 kids in. And
Okay.
then we'll make sure we got the right match and right relationships.
So on top of when you say recruiting, so you guys go to the different boys and girls clubs and things like that to see certain kids?
That's our weekend task.
Oh,
It's a requirement.
oh,
On the
okay.
weekends, Saturdays, Sundays, get out there, see what possible kids we could pick up. Because like you said, we have kids graduating, so we have to replace these kids.
Okay.
So we have to get the best talent to replace these kids.
And that's with multiple boys and girls clubs. Not like you said, you just don't target one. It's wow.
We may talk to, throughout a football season or throughout a school year, 200 families.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we'll narrow it down to about 30 to 40.
Mm.
And these guys are out Saturdays and Sundays all day long. It may be 10 to 12 football games over the course of a weekend.
So you guys play during I take it like on a Thursday or Friday or something. Oh, so that's perfect.
Yep.
So you can get out and see the talent, across the area. Wow. Okay. All right. So now once we bring the recruits in, do we pick a certain amount or?
Yes.
Okay.
So we typically carry a roster of 60.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, throughout the year,
Wow.
we have 60 kids.
Mm.
So after we get them in and we make sure it's a match and we can deliver on their expectations and they can maintain ours, then we start our off-season workouts, and that starts January 5th.
Okay. Okay. And but it's what so once you bring it, do you all have cuts or anything like that, or this is the squad we're gonna run with, through the whole season?
If you make it through phase 1,
Okay.
you pretty much made the football team
Okay.
because we wouldn't bring you here if you couldn't play,
Got you. Got
right? And we just want to make sure academically you can meet our expectations.
you. Okay.
Socially, you can meet our expectations, right? And then we can meet your expectations. Because I think at this age group, there's a lot of misinformation out there that's given to kids and families. The youth world of sports is a $40 billion world.
Really?
40 billion.
Wow.
So any type of business is ran like that, it's a lot of, and I want to be gentle how I say this, there's a lot of misinformation
Okay.
because if you want to keep people paying, you got to tell them what they want to hear.
Got you.
You know what I mean? And everybody wants to hear that their child is next.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's hearing 1%. They don't hear that. They hear 1% and say, well, my kid's, he's 1% then.
Mm-hmm.
Because coach said it.
Right. Right.
Here, we don't do that.
Oh, okay.
We're-
So what? No, I was gonna say. So what is your so-called like pitch? Like when you're recruiting, what do you tell parents and kids that that are interested in coming here?
We promise you 2 things.
Okay.
We're going to develop you, and we're going to get you college ready. Now, what that means is, do you leave Johnson and go to college? Absolutely not. But foundationally, we're going to put things in place for you
Mm-hmm.
that are going to get you ready so that when you do hear these things, 11th, 12th grade, freshman year of college, it's not the first time you heard it.
Got it.
It's not the first time you had to experience, a travel itinerary, understanding how to properly break down film, navigate the weight room properly, nutrition, social media, an enhanced football IQ, scouting reports, testing on the week before a game. Like when we play Wednesday nights, our kids get the scouting report. When they leave this building Wednesday, they get the scouting report of our opponent for next week, Wednesday.
Wow.
Then they get tested on Thursday.
Okay.
So you get your scouting report, your defensive back, hey, this is the coverage we're going to play. This is what they do as far as routes and schemes and concepts. You got to score 100% on this test. So we're not going to have that first experience for you happen when you're in high school. And in today's climate, you got to be able to play high school football right now, 9th grade. You got to play 9th grade. So that means first thing you got to look like a football player.
You gotta look like a football player first.
Right.
You can't come in wearing 110 pounds and say I'm a corner. You don't look like a football player.
Right. Right.
So that's the first thing we're going to, we're going to promise you, we're going to develop you. And you're not going to pay for it. It's not going to cost you a dime. And then we're going to get you foundationally college ready. Now, what that means is we go to clinics, like you see Coach got his notebook over there. We're always working. We go to clinics. We don't go for schemes. I can't run what Alabama runs. I don't have Alabama talent. But I can know what the expectations are of a football player or a student athlete at Alabama.
Got you.
Why do guys fail and why are guys successful? And I can bring that back to a 12-year-old and say, you know why guys get dismissed or why they're in the portal? Because they failed to maintain their locker space. Or they failed to maintain the proper relationship with the equipment team, where they're always losing stuff. And Coach Saban or Coach DeBoer or Coach Kirby Smart at Georgia is not going to tolerate that. So it's the same thing here. You're a former coach. Game day, who got knee pads? I don't have mine, Coach. We all hear it. The difference is it just cost you a scholarship.
Right.
We were at Penn State last year, And I watched Coach Franklin with this one kid who couldn't get his helmet on properly. And I watched the reaction of the equipment manager and Coach Franklin. And I said, dang, you see how serious that is? You know? And he was adamant about, come on, man, you got to be able to do this. This is college.
Right. That's a whole.
This is college.
That's a whole different level, right?
You know, these 30 seconds that you're not on the field, it's 3rd down and 3. This is Ohio State we're playing against.
Right.
You're not on the field because you didn't do this properly before we got on the field. These are the things we take back and give to our guys and say, this is what college ready means.
Yeah, 2 years ago, the most important thing I heard, and I don't even coach linemen, is the coach said, linemen have to run. I'm like, whoa. He was like, in order to go to the next level now, linemen have to run. And then you pull up the video when linemen chase the play, all the way from the line of scrimmage, all the way down to stop the play. I was like, that's something major.
Yeah.
So, like you said, at these clinics, we just find out what we can learn to bring back to our kids. Not to get to high school level, because we get them there now with no problems. But we try to get you college ready now.
College ready.
So, on what you just said, as far as do you guys work? Does the coaching staff or the school work with high school coaches? You know, are high school coaches coming and watching you all play? And because I know I've seen, you know, through social media and things like that, you guys are with a lot of the players that have moved on, you know, to the high school level, and like you said, above and beyond, which makes sure that these guys are ready. So, like you said, I used to coach. I coach 14-year-olds, but I'm sitting here and I'm amazed because I'm like, we didn't have no off-season program. We didn't have, you know, weight room. We did watch film, you know, but this is a totally different era and level of it than anything that I ever seen. And like you said, in today's climate, they got to be ready.
Got to be ready.
They got to be. It's no longer you can start playing when you get in high school and think that you're going to be able to do this thing.
I don't care how talented you are.
Right. Wow.
And again, you know, that's our whole mindset is if you look at what's happening and we talked about this frequently, if you look at what happened in the Power Four of college football, it's unprecedented. I've never seen that many Power Four coaches dismissed before October.
Yeah.
Before October, big names were no longer employed. You know, James Franklin, 12 years, gone. You know, Brian Kelly, gone. Arkansas, gone. Deshaun Foster, gone. Right? Well, it's trickling down to the high school level.
Wow.
High school coaches are going to be dismissed next because college coaches who are making that kind of money, it's all business now. It's no longer football. It is pro football. It's no longer college football. I'm sorry. That is pro football. College football has become pro football.
Yeah, with that money involved.
Yeah, when you're talking about $14, $15 million salaries, NIL deals, that's professional football, right? Well, I'm not going to risk a $14 million salary or a $9 million salary on the wrong high school kid.
Okay.
So I got to trust the high school coach. That means the high school coach has to trust the middle school coach and the youth coaches. I got to know that when I bring a kid in from a particular middle school as a high school coach, what am I getting? What am I getting? Am I getting a kid that's going to come in here and terrorize my building, destroy my culture?
Right.
Is he going to be a headache in my locker room?
Right.
Is he going to pout? Is he going to have bad body language? Is he going to quit on plays? What am I getting? Because if I can't get my kids to college, they're not coming to my high school.
That's true. Yeah, especially nowadays. You're right.
Kids don't, I tell my guys all the time, by the time they get to us, how many championships do you think a kid has already played in?
Right. Yeah.
That don't excite him as much as it used to.
Right.
When he's probably played in 2 or 3 a year between spring, 7-on-7, and fall football, he's played in 2 or 3 championships. He's won 3 or 4 of them. So yeah, I get it. We want to win, but that don't really excite me. I want to know, can you get me where I want to go to, and am I going to play when I get there?
Now, that's one of the bigger differences from 15, 20 years ago. Oh, well, let's say 10 or 15 years ago, where, and that's very important what you said, people focused on winning boys club championships and not really focused on, look, this is to teach to get to the next level. So what you're saying now is, hey, look, if we win, great, but we got to get you prepared to go to the and to make that money because like you said, that's what. So you're right. The whole culture of things has shifted. Back when we coached, it was about we're trying to get you ready for high school, but the parents and the club was we're trying to win this
We're trying to
boys
win.
club championship. And we're like, no, that's not the goal here.
That's not the goal.
But today it's I'm trying to move on. This is good, but get me ready to go make this money, go to college and whatever to make this. Because if I'm not mistaken, so do they even start with NIL money at you guys level?
It's already here.
Really?
Yes, that's always here.
It's already here.
See, yeah.
It's already here. It's been here now 2 years, and it's gonna grow.
Wow.
It's already here, and
oh my goodness, how do you deal with that as a coach?
Scott, I tell you, man, it's this is why our meetings be so long because it's so much you have to build into your program. This is why you have to select the right kid, the right family. Because if you got a kid that's coming in with a lot of fanfare, and he got a $15,000, $20,000 NIL situation, that could be a problem in your locker room.
Yeah, I can see that.
That could be a problem, and you have to have a great culture to manage that. Because other family like, well, why my son ain't getting NIL?
I was gonna say that. I was gonna ask that. Like, it goes beyond just the kids. It goes
to the adults.
Yeah.
And then you don't want to be the school that is paying NIL because I don't know how that's perceived. I mean, this is uncharted territory. How would that be perceived if, man, you go over Johnson, you get $20,000?
Right.
We don't want to be that school, but it's coming. There's no way around it. Everything that happens at the top comes to the bottom.
Right.
There's no way. These kids got trainers, they got agents. They got a lot of people
at this
talking.
level?
Yes. They have trainers and they have agents. We had several kids, I won't say names.
Right.
that have agents that negotiate deals for them. And it's a very slippery slope because it's still a 13-year-old kid.
Right.
That's a lot of influence outside of your locker room.
So how does that change the way you guys coach then?
I think it changes the way you select.
Got you. Okay.
I think it really changes it's like you have to understand, can your culture take that hit? If you bring this kid in, do you have a culture that's strong enough to endure that?
Right.
Because if you don't, it's gonna be a difficult time in your locker room. So we're kind of like really looking at who we're bringing in, what's the backstory. He's gonna come. He's coming with a lot of fanfare. Some of these kids, man, you go on their social media and they got 1 million followers.
That's crazy.
And they're 13 years old.
That's crazy.
And they got 1 million followers. And they're 13. And they've never, ever been outside of this area other than travel ball. But if they get tagged along by the right people and their families have the resources, they develop their network. And that's how they get their NIL deals because of social media. If you don't have 10, 15,000 followers, you're not getting the NIL.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
See, now that part I really see. All this is eye-opening to me because I didn't understand that. But what you just said is big. Like that can determine your.
Oh yeah.
Wow, your social media.
Yeah, your social media does because if you got 15,000 followers and you say, "Hey, wear this hoodie," I'm marketing. 15,000 people share it, and then you have to look at. And we do a big social media thing with our kids. So you look at the social media, you look how many times it was shared and how many times it was viewed. right?
You all do have a big social media following
Yes,
here. But part of that is you do a great job with it as well. Like some of the videos and things that I see, I just laugh because I'm like, this is on the professional level, for these kids. But I didn't understand that it helped that part too, for these kids to be able. Wow.
yeah. So once they got their followings and it's viewed 70, 80,000 times, there it is. If I'm a brand or somebody with I want to get this out. What bigger market is 11 to 14-year-old football players to push things out on people?
Right, right.
What bigger market is that?
And then, like you said, then not just the kids, their families.
Yes,
Because everybody's dreaming of that bigger
everybody.
picture, and so if my boy's gonna
Because
go.
reality
Wow.
is, if I can make a couple of $1 million before I enter college,
Right,
I don't have to worry about going pro.
right.
So they're working it, right? But I think foundationally, at the grassroots level, we have to be prepared for this
Hmm.
because it's definitely coming this way.
So, okay, something you just said, you were talking about. Well, one thing we see, like with the portal and things of that nature on the college level, and I think that could trickle down because kids get a mindset. Well, if this coach isn't saying what I want to hear, I'll just move on. I actually filmed a basketball game, and I won't say the school the other night, and they lost. They lost, and they lost pretty bad. And one of the kids, who, to me, in my opinion, isn't good at all, he says, "Man, I can't wait because I'm transferring out of here to go to Dunbar." And it's like your talent hasn't even matched you playing here, but your mindset is it's the school's fault. It's not mine. So I'm not even going to try here, right? So do you guys run? I mean, how do you deal with that, knowing that the kid at any moment can say, "Look, I'm not even going to play here next year. I'm going to go," and because I think, I mean, because the way you're looking, you all deal with this all the time. But it's like, how do you, like? I mean, that's a different mindset now, right? Like, I don't have to play here because I can go take my talent because I'm that good. How do y'all deal with that?
You want to answer that?
It's more than just football.
Got you. Okay.
We're breeding young men
Mm-hmm.
because football is not forever. You got to be tough to play here. Win, loss, do it all.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be tough. We build young men. That's what we stand on. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's called student athlete. I need you to be a student first. So being a student, getting good grades, being a young man, then you're an athlete. Because if you don't have the grades, where you gonna play at?
Right. That's true. So is the grade criteria any different here than, like, is it 2.0, 3 point? What is your criteria as far as grades?
3.5.
See, now that's way different, right? Than I guess the average 2 point,
And, and,
2.0.
and I think that's what separates us from dealing with a lot of the other foolishness,
Mm-hmm.
because the first thing they hear and their families hear is 3.5.
Wow.
I don't care nothing about how great a football player you are.
Mm-hmm.
When we sat down with a couple of college coaches the last couple of years, nothing made sense to me that in DC middle school, as long as you have one F, you're eligible. So if I got straight D's and one F, I can play.
Oh, wow.
Okay? In high school, across most jurisdictions, 2.0, I can
Mm-hmm.
play. Well, that doesn't even line up with receiving a college scholarship because you need the 2.3 to qualify.
Oh, wow.
So none
Okay.
of these things lined up. So when I asked Coach Greg Schiano at Rutgers, I said, look, tell me something I can take back to my guys. He said, tell them to earn grades that I can't say no to.
Mm.
I said, what does that mean? He said, I'm not going to say no to a 3.3 or 3.4 GPA. I'm not going to say no to a
Right.
4.0,
Right. Right.
but I will say no to a 2.5.
Mm.
So we said scrap the 1F, scrap the honor roll, scrap the 2.0. 3.5 is the benchmark. That eliminates a lot of, I'm just a football player.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a student. I got to be a student here. They're going to make me go to study hall every single day. They're looking at my grades every single day. And, something happens when a kid gets a 3.5. I know what happened for me.
Mm-hmm.
First time I made honor roll, I was different from that moment. So imagining never having that type of grade point average, and all of a sudden you do.
Right.
And you're winning football games.
Right. Right.
So now you feel less entitled and you feel more responsible for where you are and not entitled. You feel more responsible. You feel more like, I accomplished this. I did this.
So in my mind, that's what makes this a all year, process. It's no longer it's football season.
Yeah.
Not even this is a multi-year process, right? Because it's sixth to eighth grade.
Correct.
So it's all the time. This is, you expect performance and greatness all the time.
All the time.
Around, not outside of football, in the classroom, like you said, the study hall, even outside the school.
Community service.
Oh, so you got to do
72 hours a year.
See, that's different. That's a Johnson.
Yeah.
See, that's not something that
This is getting you again college
Okay.
ready.
Wow.
So when you get to your high school and you walk in as a ninth grader, you look like a football player, you talk like a football player, you got great grades, you got great study habits, you understand the weight room, you got a high football IQ, you're not running from film study, nobody's chasing you to do these things.
Mm-hmm.
And when the coach say, hey, we got a community event, you're like, okay, I'm raising my hand, let's go. That's college ready.
Wow.
And that's all the things we put into our guys the moment they come in here, whether it's for 1 year or 3 years. You're going to walk out here different. You're going to look different. You're going to play different. You're going to act different.
Wow. So how long have you guys been here?
Since 2002.
Okay. Oh, wow. Really?
Tell them why you were here since 2002.
Huh?
Tell them why you were here 2002.
Okay. I was here in 2002 because I had to come here. It was my neighborhood school.
Okay.
And I came up here for a visit. Coach Mike was in the gym.
Okay.
Also, his first year, recruiting, and I just wanted to play football. I didn't play much football before then.
Oh, so you came as a student athlete?
He was on my very first
Yes,
team.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it wasn't part of coaching.
No,
You
no,
came
no.
in to play.
Yeah,
Okay.
y'all can't. Yeah, that was
Wow.
when people didn't want to come to Johnson.
Okay.
That was the tough Johnson.
Right.
Whereas only kids was here was the kids that was forced to come here.
Gotcha.
None of you have kids that want to come here. So, like I said, 2002, that's when he first got here. I first got here. So, actually, I'm on the first championship team.
I know that's right.
04.
Okay.
The best team.
Yeah.
Really? The 04 squad? Okay. All right, so you've been through the whole process, which really helps then. You can really relate to the kids that come through these doors because you were one of the kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's and like you said, a neighborhood kid, the whole nine. So, you've been through everything that they're going to see. And you've learned, like you said, with the NIL and everything. So you went from playing to coaching. Wow.
First
Guys,
team.
this is
Wow.
what made me who I am today.
Okay.
This guy has never turned his back on me. Whenever I called and needed, he was there. So if he always had my back, why not come back and give back?
I'm thinking when you said that, you're talking about coaching. I didn't realize like coming through the whole process or what have you. Okay.
He was the very first player I recruited
Wow.
to play here.
Wow.
And we've been
That's
together.
what's
We've
up.
been together ever since.
See, that's why he wanted you to sit down with us. Because, see, you want to be all humble and to the side, But, see, I didn't know all this.
And his
Okay.
work ethics, his football IQ, his toughness, that's Johnson.
Okay, yeah.
And he's pouring that into the kids now. And I'm looking at he's my defensive back coach, and I'm looking at the last couple of groups of defensive backs we've gotten that are going on to high school. He did it.
Wow.
He's gotten it out of them. He's put that grit into them. You know, and he's done an amazing job.
How long have you been here, Coach?
I came 2001, but my first season was 2002.
Got you. Okay. Do you all have any aspirations to coach at a different level? You know, high school or
No,
you know?
we feel like we're already coaching college football.
I was gonna say the way you made it sound with all this, you know, with everything going on now, man. It's like at this level, it's the start of everything else. So,
And most rewarding thing for us is Fridays and Saturdays. We get together and we go see our guys play. Man, it's no better feeling in the world. I mean, you know that.
yeah, I was about to say, you love to see,
Oh man,
and them see you,
yeah,
and they're
and
just
they
as
know you
happy
there.
yeah, they're just as happy to see you as you are, you know, to see them.
We got 63 kids playing high school football this year.
See, you already asked that because I was going to ask that question. Okay,
There's no
all right.
better feeling than that.
Wow, that's outstanding. All right, so let's go back a little bit, like you said. So after you do the recruiting, you get them in. You know what? You know, let's start the season from there. We got our kids now. What do we do? What's our next step from there?
Well,
Without, you know, we don't want to give away all our strategies. To all these
it's
others,
no
you know what I'm
secret.
saying? Oh, okay.
We show it on social media.
All right. Okay.
So
All
once we get through all the phases of the off season, it's 4 phases. So before we get to practice August 1st, whatever that first week is, there's 108 workouts before.
Okay.
And they have to meet benchmarks, 85%, 90%, 95, and 100% participation. And they're graded and tested and evaluated weekly.
Okay.
Weekly we evaluate. In real time, they get information weekly. And we have 3 areas: physical, mental, emotional. Okay? We want 100% on all of it. And I look at when you're building a football player or a football team, you have to identify things that could hurt them and eliminate them, whether they're physical, mental, or emotional. You got a body language. Now we got to fix that. You know, so we'll have, you know, we call it a 1-minute check-in with every player weekly. Hey man, your body language today, we got to do better. Right? And they get that in real time. Because again, going back to what I said earlier, there's so much false information given to these guys. And I tell them all the time, I don't know who your coaches are talking with, and I'm not saying they're not. I can't say that. I know we go to a lot of places and a lot of clinics, and I don't see your guys in those rooms.
Got it.
So I don't know where they're getting all this information from. And I'm not saying they're not getting information from somebody. But I'm telling you that whether I go to Virginia Tech, Penn State, Maryland, Bama, wherever, the stuff is consistent.
Got you. Okay.
It's consistent. So I got to go with these guys, and I'm sitting in a room with these guys, and I know what I'm listening to. So I think it's important that when you're building them, you look at those 3 areas: physical, mental, and emotional, and you have a plan for them. So we get those 108 workouts done, and then we start practice. When we get to practice, our goal on the first day of practice is to be able to play a game on the first day of practice.
Got you. Okay.
Fully installed, we're in great shape. We're tough. We're playing with a lot of relentless effort. We're not coming the first day of practice and saying, okay, let's learn how to hand the ball off. Nah, we had 108 workouts for that.
Got you.
So we want to be game day ready first day of practice. First game, we want to be able to beat the best team in our league the first game.
Do you all travel
Yes.
to play, you know, out of state?
Yes.
Play the tougher teams and things? Okay. Within the season before you start?
Before we start.
Okay.
So we've gone to Memphis the last 2 years.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to Memphis again 2026. And we're playing the state champion, Bellevue, down in Memphis.
Okay.
And we're excited about that. And then 2027, we're going to Texas.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, we already know we're going to Texas 2020.
Okay. They say they you know, Texas say they got the ballers in Texas.
Hey, man, we got ballers here.
I was about to say, but, you know, I'll take the D.C. area. You know, I don't care what nobody says.
You just got to prepare. It's football.
That's it.
It's all football.
So total, how many championships we talking here since you've been here?
We've won 18 league titles.
Wow.
and we've won 2 nationals, and we won 9 city.
Mm.
We've won 203 games. We've lost 26. Pretty good.
26. Wow. What's that average?
It's 887.
See, that goes. Good Lord. Oh, wow.
887.
887.
Yep.
In over 25 years now. This 25th season or going in. Wow.
Yep.
So do the football team after football, even though the program is yearly, do they play other sports like
have to.
basketball and
Mandatory.
Mandatory.
Really?
Take it.
Mandatory.
Really? Why is that?
Because if I see that you play more than one sports, that's extra large. And it keeps the kids out of the streets.
Yeah.
And you know that your child is here from 8 to 8 all year.
That's
Safe.
true.
What
Yeah.
more can you ask for?
What other sports do we have?
And you want to play complementary sports.
And then
I was gonna like wrestling and
So our wrestling team is
track.
71-0. They've never been beaten.
What?
They've never lost a wrestling match. They're 71-0. So
See.
wrestling has been in DC since 2017. We've won every championship since 2017.
Are you kidding me?
No. So all our football players, a lot of our football players wrestle.
Okay.
It's a comp
okay.
sport,
Right.
and we've seen kids who might not have been that physical before.
Mm-hmm.
When they get on the wrestling team and come back to play football, he's a different guy,
Right.
But wrestling and track are our 2 biggest.
Got you.
And of course, basketball. But I think if you play basketball, you got to be able to play basketball.
Right. Right. Yeah.
It ain't just I'm a ball. No, can you play?
That's again the game that I covered, basketball game, because this is the school's first year of having varsity basketball, and the coach literally said to me what you just said. He said, "We got to get more basketball players.
They're different.
We have athletes.
Yeah,
We got to have more." And I'm like,
they're different.
"Okay,
Basketball players are different.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I clearly, they're different.
Yeah.
So we got guys that play football on the basketball team. They're tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But basketball players walk different,
Yeah.
act different.
They do.
They're different. You can tell when a guy can play.
Yeah.
But most of our guys wrestle
Makes sense.
and run track.
That prepares them for the next level, right? Because the coaches say the same. Again, I cover high school football, and and I'm glad I asked that question because a lot of the coaches want them to run track
Yep.
Yeah.
or be on the wrestling team. Want my speed guys running track, and
Want
like
my
you
linemen.
said, want my linemen, and to get like you said, physical. But that's good. It starts here because again, other jurisdictions like I'm not sure outside of DC if like within the DMV if they even have like middle school football. A lot of it, I think, is through the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, Alexandria just got it this past school year.
Okay.
They just welcomed it. But in the DMV, it's just us and them.
Kids from here are more prepared, like you said, than in some of these other jurisdictions when they go to high school, because this is an all around, all year process.
And that's why all the high schools come to this place.
Right.
Because if I want a kid that I know is ready, I want to go to Johnson.
Right. Wow.
And I'm talking about, we just got partners with Milton Hershey Academy in Pennsylvania. Great school.
Really?
Great school. We want your kids. They don't have to pay a dime.
Wow.
And, you can't pay for that school if you want to. It's $120,000 a year. You can't pay tuition to go there. They accept you. They cover everything. And the crazy thing is, they don't know they're ready until they leave here. They just think I'm just doing it. Then
Something
they
they're
get there
doing.
and say, man, I was ready for this.
Right.
But they have to play 3 sports and they still have to go to our workouts. So if you go to wrestling
I was
practice,
going to ask that. Okay.
you go to wrestling practice, you come to football workouts.
Okay.
You go to track practice, you come to football workouts. It doesn't
Okay.
stop.
Like you preach it a lot and everything when I see on the Johnson family. It's not just Johnson football. It's the Johnson family and the administrators, and which is great because the whole buy-in, and I know the community as well.
Yep.
You got something to be proud of. Like when I came to the banquet, just seeing, you got administrators and politicians, everybody, telling the story of Johnson, and it needs to be big. If I'm not mistaken, do you all or have you all had young ladies on the team?
Yes.
I thought so. You have them currently, or
We've had two.
okay.
So the first one was Leah Tu King.
Mm-hmm.
She joined the football team in 2015,
Wow,
and she joined because she's a basketball player.
got you.
And she
Speaking
said,
of basketball,
yeah, and she said, I need to get tougher.
Okay.
So she came on the team in 2015, her 7th grade year. She played free safety, tight end, and linebacker.
Wow. All right.
Okay. So Leah Tu went on to leave us, go to McNamara, win a national championship in basketball there.
That's what's up.
She went from McNamara to Pitt, and then she went to Notre Dame,
Wow.
and now she's in the WNBA.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So see, okay. So that all right. So that again, and I didn't even know that. I mean, I just because I thought when during the banquet that year, I did you all have one two years ago?
Yes.
I thought so. Okay, that's what made me bring that up because I remember a young lady being on the
We have
on the
one
football
now.
team. Okay.
We call her K-Dub, Keelan Ray.
Mm-hmm.
She's graduating this year.
Okay.
And she's going to probably go to a great high school. She's not going to play football.
Now I was going to ask this.
Yeah, but she's going to probably do track and field, volleyball, stuff like that. But she's a great student, 4.0 GPA, squats 335.
Oh my! What?
Yeah, she's tough. She's tough.
335.
She squats 335.
Lord.
She's tough. But both of those young ladies have really, really represented us and themselves and their families the right way.
What are we looking for our legacy? What do we want our legacy to be here?
We want to.
Because that's kind of loaded.
Yeah, I think for me it's like this relationship here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where it's a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where we didn't lie to you, we didn't tell you things that you wanted to hear. A lot of those things I told you, you probably did not want to hear, but you understood, and it benefited you, and you were able to realize what you dream about. I think that's very important that adults, coaches, mentors, teachers understand that we all laid in the bed at 12, 13 years old with dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And those three bodies of people are responsible for helping you achieve those dreams. Okay? And I don't ever want a player to come back to me and say, you told me a lot of lies.
Okay. Okay. All right.
They might not like what I said to them all the time, but you can't come back to me and say, you told me a lot of lies.
Wow. Wow. How about you, Coach?
Like you said, I never lied to a child. Had your best interests. And I tried to teach you the basics of football. I don't know it all, but what I don't know, I can try to get it. And I'm getting it from the guys from higher places to bring back to you. So just trust me. I'm not going to steer you wrong.
Right.
I haven't been steered wrong in over 20 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to steer you wrong.
All right. Well, I know one thing. Y'all got a fan in me. So from day one, when I first was introduced to Johnson, it was amazing to me, and I follow your progress, and look forward to the bigger and better things. And this school alone represents us very well. And congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And I appreciate everything that you guys do. And we'll be following. We'll be following, and anything I could do. Well, we already talked offline about that other thing, so
Right.
we're gonna see what we can do to help out in any way we can, man. Just keep doing what you guys are doing in the community. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
All right, appreciate it.
We are Johnson.
There it is.